So hello everyone. Today's topic is common table expressions, which is commonly known as CTEs. So right now, when we are preparing for some complex SQL questions, at that point of time, we must know this concept of CTE. So what is CTE? So basically, CTE is a short form of common table expressions. So what are common table expressions? So common table expressions is a result set of a query which exists temporarily in your server or in your database. For example, if you are writing a query to select all the names that are starting with A, so at that point of time, when you have written this query, you can make this result query as a subquery, or you can make this result set as a different table or a common table expression that is not stored in your database or not stored in anywhere. So at that point of time, these common table expressions can help you to fetch the records from the query itself. So right now, I will explain you this thing with an example. So for example, I have asked you a question. I have asked you a question. I want all the order amount where the, or I can tell, I want all the order IDs from orders table where the order amount greater than the average order amount. So this question can be done in two forms. It can be done in the form of CTs and it can be done in the form of this subquery. But right now our agenda is to explain, like my agenda is to explain you what are CTEs. So I will tell you this question in the form of CTEs. So firstly, I will use my database on which I am going to work with. This is the ecom database. So I'm selecting my ecom database and I'm using this. I'm using it because I have some tables inside it. So for accessing that tables, I have to use it as well. So now I will write select star from orders. Now it will give me all the orders that are there. So now what is my question? My question is I want all the orders from table where the order amount is greater than the average order amount. So yeah, now I will tell you how to use CTE. So CTE starts with a clause which is named as with clause. So when you are writing a CTE, at that point of time, you must have a knowledge that what is with clause. So CTE always start with clause. Normally, the tables or queries that we are writing are start with a select clause. But this time, when we are using CTE, it start with a with clause. So what I will write? I will write with, and I will take as a average order amount here. Average order amount. Because I want all the amount which are greater than the average order amount. So I will take with average order amount and I will pass a name inside this. So I will pass a like reference that average amount is my reference. So I have passed this and after that I have to give it a alias as well. So when we are writing CTE, at that point of time, you have to write with, then the name of your CTE, and after that you have to give a alias, and after this alias, you have to put the query that you want inside this bracket. So I will write select average total order amount from my orders table. Yeah. So this is my CTE. So what is a CTE? With average order amount, and I have given the reference of that average amount. So this is the very simple example of CTE because right now we are not going to work on a data set in the CTE. We just want a single record, like we just want a single value from our CTE. So when we are going to take out a single value from our CTE, we have to give this reference as well. So this is the reference of this query. So the record that will come out from this query will be a reference as average amount. So now this thing is worked. Now my CTE part is completed. So now what I will do? I will do select what I want. I want order ID. So select order ID from order stable, comma, what I will write? I will write select order ID from order stable. After that, I will write my this with clause because I am using this as well. So I will write my this name as well here. So I will write this thing here. Now I will write and what the things I'm selecting order ID from orders table and this thing, and I will give a alias as well. So what I will give? I will give it a alias AV. Now I will put a condition where my order stable total order amount is greater than AV dot my average amount. So what is this? This is like there is a silly mistake order ID. So now this is my query. So when I will run this query, I will get to know all the order IDs where the total order amount is like where the total order amount is greater than the average total order amount. So this type of CTEs are used when we want a single value as a reference value to use in our table. But this is like this is a different form of CTE. Right now, I'm going to tell you something that is important and that is used day by day in CTE format. So what is this? So firstly, I will tell you, I will write select star from orders table. Now you can see there are some records. There are some records in my order table. So I will find select all the records from all the records and the average amount where the where the order ID where the order ID or I can write where the order date falls in the month of October. So what will be my first step? So I can do this thing in two different ways. So firstly, I will filter all the records where the order date falls in the month of October. And after that, I will calculate my average amount from those records. So what I will do, I will just write with, and at this time I will give it as a name as CTE. So I will give a name, simple name CTE. You can give any name to your CTE, but I am giving CTE. So after this, I will write as, and in this bracket, I will form the query to filter all the records from the month of October. Select star from orders where, and for month thing, I will use month clause and I will pass order date where month order date is equal to October. So for October, it's 10. So this is my CTE. This CTE will give me the result from this query. And now this result is used as a separate table. So what I will do, I will write select average amount, average total order amount from, and now this time I will select the total order amount from my CTE because my CTE has the filtered records from where the month is October. So I will write CTE. So now I will execute this whole command because when we are using CTE, we have to execute our CTE with that statement or that query as well. So now this is my work. So I'm going to do this. I'm just executing this. Now it is giving me the average order amount where the month is October. So I have done it in the form of CTE. So this is the way that you can like give the CTE as like average amount. So what is the condition if we want to filter records every time, like we want to make 2 to 3 multiple CTs as well? For example, I will give you a question. Like firstly, I will select something from orders, star from orders. Now, I want the difference between I want the difference between maximum and minimum order amount in all the months. In all the months, irrespective of the year. So I want difference between maximum and minimum order amount from all the months. So firstly, I will write a query. I will write a query to select all the records. Like I will write the query to select all the records or all the month-wise maximum records. So I will write select my month because I want month-wise records. So I will write month order date. I am taking that order date is the date where the payment is over. Like I'm not taking shipping date as a payment is over. On order date, the payment is over. So I will write select month order date, comma, maximum and maximum total order amount from my orders table, and I will group by it with group by my month order date, and I will give it as month. So when I will run this, it will give me a result like this. This is my month, and this is all my months, and this is all the things that I have. So I will give it as a maximum amount. Firstly, I have taken all the maximum amounts in all the months. So now one thing you have to work with, because like in CTEs, you can never use order by clause. In CTEs, you can never use order by clause. For example, if this for maximum month, I am making this as a CTE for maximum month, and for example, I am using order by clause inside this order by month, order by this month column. So it will not work because we cannot use a order by clause inside our CTE. So now this CTE I will give a name as with maximum month wise amount, and I will give it as. So now this is my first CTE for the maximum amount. Now I will write my second CTE for the minimum amount. So what I will do, I will again write with minimum month, like with minimum month wise amount, write as inside this as, and just I have to use comma here because I am using my two CTs, so I have to use just comma here. So this is my first CT, and after this with I have to use with course only once, and now I'm using my second CT, so I just put a comma. So month wise as, and I will pass in this same query inside this. Just I will give maximum as minimum. So this will I take as that I will take it as minimum. So now my two CTs are completed, where the maximum and minimum amount I have found. Minimum amount I have found. Now, after you to give me the difference of maximum and minimum amount month-wise, I have to join these two CTs. So like I will write select. I want month column, so I will write month comma. And one more thing, if you are defining any aggregate function inside your CTE or any function inside your CTE, you must have to give the alias for that function, because if you will not get given alias for that function, you cannot work with CTEs. So you must have to give an alias if you are using that CTE afterwards. So I want month, and I want maximum month wise amount, comma, minimum minimum I have just write the wrong spelling. So I write minimum month-wise amount, and I'm taking this thing from my CTE, from my maximum month-wise amount CTE. So now I will give it as, no, I will take it as maximum amount, and I will take at minimum amount. So I am going to take columns here. Yeah, this is my thing. So this is maximum amount and this is minimum amount from maximum month-wise amount CTE join minimum month-wise amount CTE. So now I want to take month and these things from this. So I have to give the reference as well because month can be from both the CTEs. So I will take any one of them. Maximum, I can take any one of them. Maximum month-wise amount CTE, I will take in months. And this maximum amount is in this maximum CTE and this minimum amount is in my minimum CTE. Now I have write this from this and I am joining these two on. I'm joining these two on my month column because month column will be common. So I will write on maximum month-wise amount dot month is equal to minimum month-wise amount dot month. So I have joined this and what I want a difference between this maximum month-wise amount and minimum month. So I will just put a minus sign here. Now this is my complete CTE. These are the difference. So I will just give it a name as well as difference. And you can also do one thing like you can take this thing like for example, I have put this thing inside this, I'm copying this thing and I'm showing you the two columns as well. So I'll just do this as difference and yeah, I will do this as difference and I will pass this columns as well. But I want to show you the output with the columns as well. Yeah, this I will put comma here and now I will run this. So you can see that this is my maximum amount, this is my minimum amount, and this is my difference. So how I played with CTs to give this. So these are some like big names. That's why this is a little bit confusing. But yeah, that is the main concept about CTs. You can join CTs as well. So yeah, so three things can be noted that we cannot use order by in the CTs. When we are using a CTE, we must have to give a name or alias to the functions as well. A CTE can be used as a table itself. For example, if you have written a query and you have found some output from that query, that output can be used in the form of tables with the help of CTEs. And for example, if you are defining two CTEs at a time, you can just put comma here and you don't have to use with clause every time. You just put comma here and you can define different name and you can pass that CTE as well. So that's all from my side and thanks for watching.